Hey guys, it's me, Troy Dellinger, and I want to talk briefly about religions that was against slavery, pro-abolition religions, particularly Christianity, that went on historically in the 1800s. Because I talked all about, religions that were racist and pro-slavery, but on the flip side, there was also religions that were against slavery, that was against racism and were pro-abolitionist and stuff like that. As a matter of fact, the Bible was used against racism and slavery in the 1800s, and many people in the North actually used the Bible as a resource to go against it, because Scripture is against treating a human being like a animal, against treating people of different nationalities and races, of treating them like they're second class citizens. So the Bible was a very strong resource. Some of these religions and denominations I don't consider to be Christian, even if they call themselves Christian, just because I don't believe in the denominational organized religion thing. I just don't get on board with it. But many ministers and denominations were pro-abolitionist, and many Christian churches were also pro-abolitionist. In fact, I would even say that all Christian churches were pro-abolitionist, just because a true Christian believes the teachings of Jesus, they believe the teachings of the Bible, and they know that racism and slavery is wrong. Okay, the Republican Party, which is considered to be very religious and closest to Christian teachings, was also a pro-abolitionist party, even though that it was a little bit different back then than it is today, but still the same party. The Democratic Party was actually a racist party, and in many ways I would say it still is. They were the ones that were pro-slavery and racist and stuff like that. Even today, they may not be racist per se, but the fact that they still are a part of a party that historically supported slavery, I have a lot of issues with that. I mean, that's like being a Nazi. That's exactly like calling yourself a Nazi and then saying, well, they used to kill 6 million Jews, but they don't do that anymore, so it's okay to be Nazi now. But what it historically stood for, why would you want to be a part of it? You know what I'm saying? So again, I'm going to look at a couple of these churches and denominations that were against slavery. Now, we know obviously that Methodists and some Baptist, a couple Baptist churches and other denominations were against slavery. And I'm against these denominations, and I don't really consider them to be Christian because it's not biblical. But they knew what the Bible taught about slavery, so on that issue they were essentially correct. Let's take a look here at a couple of these movements. So during the Great Awakening, and I got my issues with that just because of John Wesley and George Whitefield, and I had issues with a lot of their teachings as well. But there may have been some Christians in that movement. I have no idea. But during the Great Awakening, a lot of the ministers during that time period were against slavery. Many Presbyterian, Adventists, Methodists, Baptists, some of these denominations that I already mentioned, which again I'm all against. But there were abolitionist writings from religious ministers and stuff like that, and Christian ministers, or at least people that claim to be Christian anyway. So we got Condensed Anti-Slavery Bible Argument, 1845, by George Bourne. and God Against Slavery by George B. Cheever. The anti-slavery Bible argument was 1845. The God Against Slavery writing was from 1857. I have no idea what these guys believed. I have no idea if they were Christians, but at the very least, they knew what the Bible said about slavery. They used the Bible as a resource against racism, and they would be correct about this. So their writings against racism would essentially be correct. And again, the main point is that the Bible was used to go against racism and slavery. And that's all I got, and thank you for watching.